think that this is an amazing thing. This is just, that's why I wanted you to break it down so that anybody listening can actually know that this is something that we have longed for. We have wished to have something like this in Cameroon, because one of the challenges when I talk to people, especially people who own businesses back home, it's about capital. And I bet you that there are people out here. I am one of those people who I think it's very hard to run a business. So I love to invest instead. And there are tons of people out there who are interested in things like that. So what Chocho does is he gets people who want to invest. They have the money to invest, and they put it together. And if you have a business, and a business that has already been put up again, you're able to apply and you can get funds to expand your business or to make it better. I think this is awesome for real because
I mean, like I think you've gotten the concept so well. I don't know if it's allowed, but I can just give a brief rundown of how we got to this level. Very brief.
yes,
And
please go ahead. I think that's good
okay, so it,
information.
it it's a twofold business. Okay,
Yes.
now we have people who have money and they are looking to invest in businesses, and
Yes.
we have people who run businesses and they are looking for capital.
Money.
I think
Hmm.
one of the biggest disconnect I've experienced with people is they don't trust anything that is happening back here. A lot of people have lost a lot of money through family and through other means of assisting people. But I would be very honest, running a business is difficult. And most times people are not careless with these funds. Most times people are not dishonest, but most times businesses don't just work out and it's a challenge. So when I started out my career, I started out as an intern in a bank and First Trust Bank. And back then, I had this bar restaurant owner come and he kept asking for funding, for a loan, but the bank wouldn't give him because he doesn't have a collateral
Yeah.
and they can't give him a loan without a collateral. So I told my branch manager back then, let me go down and see what this guy is doing and maybe we can work out something for him. So I went there and I saw this guy was the restaurant owner was making sales of about 50 to 60,000 CFA per day, but they had one challenge. Every day they have to sell and then go to the market the next day, buy the things they were going to cook for the next day. And you can imagine the headache. So all what this guy wanted was stock his freezer with maybe pork, beef, and some other products that they used to cook on a daily basis, and then stock another freezer with drinks. So I got back to the branch manager and she said, look, the rules are very clear. This man needs to have at least 1/5 of the amount in his bank account. This man needs to have a collateral or at least another bank client who is going to shorty him. And what was this guy looking for? 500,000 francs. So I spoke with a couple of friends, and there was one of them who was ready to make these funds available. So we got 500,000 francs for the restaurant owner, and there was one condition: he was supposed to pay in 5% of his daily sales. That's as a reimbursement for the loan. So
Yes.
this guy had 500,000 francs, and per day he had to pay averagely between 5 to 8,000 francs. And in less than 6 months, the money was repaid with interest and the business was stabilized. So, I mean, I looked at it and I said, but this is an informal loan. It is very convenient repaying this loan to this to the whoever handed out this loan because it came daily. There is a challenge with our banking system because most loans are paid at the end of the month.
Yes.
So if your child falls ill at month end, you prioritize that over your loan. If your
That's true.
rent is due, you prioritize that over your loan. So what we decided to do was break it down into bits. So let's say, for instance, we come and we see somebody who owns a cafeteria, but every day he needs to buy a tin of milk or a tin of mayonnaise or maybe a couple of sardine tins. So what we do is we come there, we ask you what you need for the business, we purchase it. And that is another problem we are solving. We don't hand you the cash because there's a lot of misappropriation of cash. Somebody will take a loan for farming, and before you know, they have bought a new car. So what we do is we actually come to your business, we see what is needed, and then we purchase what is needed, and we hand it as the financial assistance. So a few years after I had the experience of working with an insurance company that dealt with the mass market, and I actually saw firsthand how people needed money for their businesses. So we tested, we had a pilot phase of the whole project back in 2014, where I personally funded 5 businesses, and the results were amazing. Our bankers were happy because every day we collect about 22,000 from 5 businesses. In a week, it's about 105,000, and every Monday we deposit that money in our bank account. And our bankers saw the consistency, and they were like, okay, you people are doing something great. So I think there is a lot of market out here. There's a lot of people needing funding for their restaurants, for their salons, for their cafeterias, cosmetic shops. So our economy is still in the phase where we still deal with businesses that are not yet in manufacturing. We are merely a commercial economy. We buy and we sell. We don't produce. So this is the bulk of the businesses that need assistance. So what we decided to do with the cooperative is we have 10,000 shares. A share is 10,000 francs. So for instance, if you're interested in investing, you come and say, okay, I want to take 100 shares. That's 1,000,000 francs. You make the money available. You deposit with you deposit in our bank. We bank with BGFI for the moment. You deposit at our bank, and us in turn, what we do is we look at the applications that we have in front of us, and for now, the first loans we are issuing out are between 300 to 500,000 francs. You see, so we are keeping it slow, and we are doing it in stages. So if you get the first funding and you say, okay, you pay in time, what we do is we can increase the limit of what we are giving you. But I think we solve 2 major problems. Is the loans are repaid in little bits. They are repaid in little bits, and the provision of the capital is not in cash. It is actually provided in the form of what you need for your business. So that is it. The cooperative had its license on the 3rd of March last year, and we are already operational, but we are still looking for those who are willing to come in the investment side of the project, so that we can have more funds to be able to help many struggling small businesses. So that is just a brief of what we came up with.
Amazing, Chocho, for real. Like, I've been talking to you, but this is the first time that I've actually understood a breakdown of what you do. And I wouldn't
Yes.
lie to you, this is amazing. When we talk about economies that are good, okay, I'm in the US. Like, if people support small businesses here,
Yes.
some people
Yes.
take it for granted, but that is something that will really hold down a business in a place like Cameroon. So what you do is amazing. I think it is. You see why I call you an amazing person? It's because of things like this. I did not know the details of what you do. So again, thank
I
God for
mean,
podcasts like this. This is how the information goes out,
it
and
goes
people
on.
can. Yeah, and again, if you're listening to this and you are someone that is, you have some money, nobody wants to keep money in the banks anymore. We're trying
Yeah.
not to do that. We want to invest our money. So this is an opportunity. This is an investment opportunity in Cameroon. My dear Cameroonians listening to me, I keep saying that no matter where we are in the world, whatever we do, home will always be home. And the one
Yes.
way that we can help home grow is by investing back home. So if you're someone that has some money and you're like, hey, you want to be able to invest this money and help our country grow, this is a great opportunity. This is a great opportunity for you to put your money somewhere that is being used well, and it's impacting our community. It's helping people who don't have the capital to actually do what they want to do.